Look at your hands right now. Go ahead, turn them over and really look at them. Do you see lines forming the letter M? Maybe on one palm, maybe on both. And what about the crescent moon shape? That curved line that looks like it was carved there by something beyond chance. If you have both of these marks, then this video found you for a reason. And I need you to stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal about Dolores Cannon's prophecy for 2026 will change everything you thought you knew about why you're here. This isn't clickbait. This isn't some recycled spiritual content. This is about a prediction Dolores made that most people never heard. A prediction reserved for a specific group of souls, the 1%. And if you're watching this right now, there's a very real possibility that you're one of them. But before we go any further, I want you to understand something. The year 2026 isn't just another year on the calendar. According to Dolores Cannon's work, it represents a threshold, a point of no return, where certain souls will step fully into their purpose, while the rest of humanity continues on a completely different trajectory. And the wild part? The activation has already started. You've felt it, haven't you? That strange sensation that reality is shifting beneath your feet. That feeling like you're remembering something you've always known, but could never quite put into words. That persistent sense that you don't fully belong in this world, even though you're very much in it. That's not anxiety. That's not depression. That's recognition. Your soul recognizing itself in the mirror after lifetimes of forgetting. So, who was Dolores Cannon? And why does her 2026 prediction matter so much? For those who don't know, Dolores Cannon was a hypnotherapist and researcher who spent over 4 decades exploring the deepest mysteries of human consciousness. Through her unique method of quantum healing hypnosis, she accessed information from thousands of clients who, while in deep trance states, revealed extraordinary insights about past lives, parallel realities, and the future of humanity. But Dolores wasn't just collecting stories. She was mapping patterns, and one pattern kept emerging again and again. The pattern of volunteer souls. Souls who chose to incarnate during this specific time in human history because they signed up for a mission that would reach its critical activation point in the mid-2020s, specifically 2026. Now, Dolores talked about many things: the new Earth, the shift in consciousness, the separation of timelines. But there was one aspect of her work that she spoke about more quietly, almost in whispers: the marked ones. The souls who carry physical signs on their bodies that serve as reminders of their cosmic contract. The M mark and the crescent moon. These aren't just random lines on your palm. According to the deeper esoteric traditions that Dolores studied, these marks are soul signatures. They're encoded into your physical form before birth as a way to help you remember when the time comes. And the time is now. Let me explain what these marks actually mean. The M mark appears when the major lines on your palm, your heart line, head line, lifeline, and fate line, intersect in a way that forms the letter M. In palmistry, this has always been associated with special gifts, intuition, insight, the ability to see through deception. But on a deeper level, the M represents mastery. You are a master soul. Not because you're better than anyone else, but because you've been here before. Many times. You've accumulated wisdom across multiple lifetimes, and you've returned now because this lifetime is different. This is the lifetime where all that preparation finally comes into play. The crescent moon is usually found on the Mount of Luna, the fleshy area at the base of your palm below your pinky finger. It can also appear as a curved line elsewhere on the hand. This mark represents your connection to the divine feminine, to intuition, to the unseen realms. It's your spiritual antenna, constantly receiving guidance from higher dimensions. When someone carries both marks, they are what Dolores would call a bridge soul. You exist between worlds. You can navigate physical reality while simultaneously staying connected to spiritual truth. You're here to anchor higher frequencies into the dense matter of Earth. And according to Dolores's research, souls with both marks are part of the 1% who will lead humanity through the Great Transition. But what exactly is supposed to happen in 2026? Dolores spoke about something she called the split. Not a physical split where the planet divides in two, but an energetic divergence. She described it as two Earths occupying the same space but vibrating at completely different frequencies. One Earth continues on the path of fear, control, and separation. The other Earth ascends into unity consciousness, compassion, and higher awareness. And here's the key. You don't choose which Earth you experience through your thoughts or beliefs. You choose through your vibration, through your frequency. The year 2026 represents the tipping point. The moment when the frequency gap between these two Earths becomes so wide that the split becomes irreversible. After 2026, the trajectories are set. The bridge souls, the 1% with the marks, are the ones who hold the frequency stable during this transition. You are the anchors. But this doesn't just happen automatically. You have to activate. You have to wake up fully. And that activation comes with very specific signs. If you carry both marks, you're likely experiencing these signs right now. Let me walk you through them. Everything feels amplified. Sounds are louder. Lights are brighter. Emotions, yours and everyone else's, hit you like waves. You walk into a room and immediately sense the tension, the sadness, the unspoken conflicts floating in the air. This isn't weakness. This is your Crescent Moon activating. Your intuitive antenna is becoming more sensitive because it's preparing to receive higher frequencies. You're being recalibrated to sense energy the way most people sense temperature. And with that comes something uncomfortable. You start to feel allergic to the old world. Fake conversations drain you. Crowded places overwhelm you. The news feels like poison. Drama, gossip, negativity, it all becomes intolerable. Your body is rejecting low vibrations because it's upgrading. You're literally becoming incompatible with the frequency of the old Earth. Have you noticed that time feels strange lately? Some days drag on forever. Other days vanish in what feels like minutes. You look at the clock and it says 11:11, 2:22, 3:33. Over and over again. These aren't coincidences. You're experiencing timeline fluidity. As we approach 2026, the linear structure of time is loosening. Your consciousness is beginning to exist in multiple timelines simultaneously, and your logical mind can't quite make sense of it. The repeating numbers are confirmation codes. They're messages from your higher self saying, yes, you're on the right path. Keep going. You're exactly where you need to be. This one is hard, really hard. You start to feel profoundly alone, even when surrounded by people. Friendships that once felt solid begin to fade. Family members seem like strangers. You can't relate to the things that used to connect you to others. You might think you're doing something wrong. You might wonder if you're becoming cold or distant. But what's actually happening is a frequency mismatch. As your vibration rises, you naturally move out of resonance with people who are still operating at lower frequencies. This isn't judgment, it's physics. You're not abandoning anyone. You're simply becoming unable to maintain connections that don't match your energetic truth. And here's what Dolores understood. This isolation is temporary. It's a chrysalis phase. You're being pulled away from the old so you can fully transform. On the other side of this isolation, you'll find your true soul tribe. The other 1%, the ones who vibrate at your frequency. You wake up at 3 a.m. with ideas flooding your mind, solutions to problems you didn't know you were solving, creative visions, sudden knowings about how reality works. You might even hear actual guidance, a voice, a feeling, a download of information that comes through so clearly it's undeniable. Your M mark is activating. The master within you is coming online. You're accessing the Akashic records, the collective wisdom of all your lifetimes. Information is flowing into you because you're about to need it. Your mission is approaching, and you're being equipped with the tools to fulfill it. Don't dismiss these moments. Write them down. Trust them. They're not random thoughts. They're instructions. This is the sign most people misunderstand. You might experience unexplained exhaustion. Headaches, especially at the crown of your head or behind your eyes. Pressure in your chest. Ringing in your ears. Digestive issues. Sleep disruptions. You go to doctors and they find nothing wrong. That's because nothing is wrong. You're not sick, you're transforming. Your physical body is being rewired to hold more light. Your DNA is literally being activated. Strands that have been dormant for thousands of years are coming online. Your cells are vibrating faster. Your nervous system is being upgraded to process higher dimensional information. This is what Dolores called the physical ascension symptoms. And they intensify as we get closer to 2026 because the incoming frequencies are getting stronger. Now here's what most people don't understand about Dolores's 2026 prediction. She wasn't saying that in 2026, something magical happens to you while you sit back and wait. She was saying that 2026 is the deadline. It's the point by which you need to have completed your internal work, your healing, your shadow integration, your frequency stabilization. Because after 2026, the real work begins. The 1% aren't just ascending for themselves. They're holding the frequency for others. They're becoming living bridges that allow other souls to cross over into the higher timeline. You're not leaving anyone behind. You're building the pathway forward. But you can only build that pathway if you've done the work on yourself first. So what do you do now? First, stop doubting yourself. Stop thinking you're crazy or broken or too sensitive. You're not. You're activating exactly as you're supposed to. Second, honor your process. If you need to be alone, be alone. If you need to rest, rest. If you need to walk away from people or situations that drain you, walk away. This isn't selfish. This is survival. You're protecting your frequency. Third, start connecting with your mission. Sit in silence and ask your higher self, what am I here to do? What is my specific role in this shift? And then listen. The answer will come. Maybe not in words, but in feelings, in signs, in synchronicities that guide you forward. Fourth, find your tribe. The other marked ones are out there, and they're looking for you just as much as you're looking for them. Pay attention to who shows up in your life now. Pay attention to who resonates with this message. And finally, trust the timing. You don't need to have everything figured out by tomorrow. You just need to keep walking forward, one step at a time, trusting that you're being guided. Because you are. Dolores Cannon spent her life preparing people for this moment. She knew that when the time came, the marked ones would find each other. They would remember, they would activate, and they would change the world, not through force, but through frequency. 2026 is coming. The split is happening. And you, if you're still watching this, are part of the 1% who signed up to be here for it. So look at your hands one more time. See those marks not as random lines, but as sacred signatures. Proof that you chose this. Proof that you're ready. The world needs you to remember who you are. Not someday. Right now. If this message resonated with you, do me a favor. Leave a comment below and just write, "I remember." Let's see how many of us are here. Let's make this connection visible. And if you want to continue this journey, subscribe to this channel, because this is just the beginning. There's so much more to explore, so much more to remember. Thank you for being here. Thank you for having the courage to listen. And thank you for being one of the ones who chose to come back for this. The activation is happening. And you're right on time.